Guys, welcome to day 27 of the HardThings project. Today's Monday. Today's the day after my first 10K, and man, my legs hurt. Yeah, but this is that good type of pain. It's that good type of pain. I haven't felt this type of pain in my body in a long time, and I love it because it's that type of pain that you earn, right, through effort. Because when I was running, the end of the 10K yesterday wasn't even my breathing. Actually, my heart rate was under control most of the race, but it was the legs. I just didn't train my body properly. I couldn't. I wish I could. It wasn't a problem of time, it was a problem of injury. Um, so, actually, I started feeling a little bit of pain in my shin, my right leg today. I didn't like it. So, this morning, um, I woke up at 5 and I was like, I need a little bit more of rest. So I ended up sleeping a little bit more for like another hour. And I woke up at 6, and at that point I was, you know what, let's do a little bit of active recovery. So went to the gym, did 30 minutes of cycling to flush the legs, and then just did recovery. Just wanted to comfort myself a little bit, to be honest with you. So I just did the compression boots, and after that, I did the jacuzzi, which I love. So relaxing for like 15 minutes this time, and we did a little bit of sauna also. Um, so today was that day to just thank myself. So give the thanks to myself for the discipline, for the strength to be able to get out of my bed every single day at 5, 6 a.m., depending on what time I have to go to sleep, because I also work, right? So this is not I'm going to be an athlete, so I'm just going to train and be an athlete. I have a 9 to 5, and in fact, I'm working 12 hours a day right now because the grind, right? That's one thing that it's important to mention, that when it comes to discipline in an area of your life, the key is to be able to expand it to every single discipline that you have in your day. So we're not just talking about building the engine for like running or the triathlons, but at the same time, we're talking about being the best version of yourself at work, being the best version of yourself at home with your family, be the best version of yourself with your friends as well. And that's one of the things that I'm trying to be very intentional about. So I'm trying to be 100% present when I'm with my loved ones. I'm trying to be 100% present when I'm at work. So even though I'm putting more hours than the hours that I wish I could be putting, because um, 12 hours a day, there's a point where your brain and your mind just goes like somewhere else, right? Space out. Um, but at least trying to be present and trying to do your best work while you're at it, it requires a lot of effort. And while you're trying to manage your life, work, and then you're trying to become a hybrid athlete at the same time, and it could be something different for you. You might be on a journey in which maybe you want to lose some weight, maybe you want to be more disciplined, maybe you want to find a better job, maybe you want to study something different. There's just so many things. We're all so diverse. Uh, but whatever is in your mind, just make sure that you give your 100% always. And yeah, it's going to require a lot of energy. But make sure that you structure your day in a way that you can also rest properly. Because I believe that if you have proper recovery, you have enough time to sleep, um, you're going to be fine. So you could do a lot. You might be doing stuff that requires a lot of effort, a lot of concentration, a lot of mind power, a lot of physical power, depending on what you do. Um, but make sure that the most important thing is your sleep. That's sacred, honestly. I remember that my parents, when I used to be younger, they used to tell me, hey, if you want to be healthy, if you want to be successful, no matter what you do, don't forget that you need proper sleep. And I wish I had listened to that sooner, because I didn't used to sleep. I used to like sometimes like go out and party, and then I had to like go and work at 7 a.m. and I would like get home at like 3, 4, even like 5 a.m. I didn't respect my body, and I got sick. I actually got sick. Got sick for a long amount of time, and it took a fair amount of time as well to be able to recover from that. Because it's not the fact that you're just sick, it's the fact that you cannot perform the way that you used to perform before. Because there's gonna be a point where your body is gonna be like, man, you didn't listen. So I'm sorry, you gotta learn somehow. And I hope that this is reversible, because you cause a lot of damage to your body with bad behaviors. You cause a lot of damage to your body with bad nutrition, with bad habits, not having a good sleep schedule, not recovering enough. So many things you can do wrong. And the thing is that there's so many things that you can do wrong that we tend to think that it's easier to have a bad life than to have a good life. But that's not necessarily true. The fact that there's so many ways that you can damage your body, that you can damage your mind, means that there's not that many that you can do that can do you good, which is actually perfect, because it simplifies everything, right? And when I say that it simplifies everything, it's because we know what we should be doing in our day-to-day life to be better, to feel better, to perform better, to be healthier, to be stronger, to be able to live more, to be able to be better with the ones that we love. We know what those are. I'm not even going to tell you, because you probably already know, right? Nutrition is key. Physical exercise is key. Time with your loved ones is key. Being able to have a purpose and being able to have something in the future that you're working towards is key. And I could go on and on and on and on. We could have an hour video talking about that stuff. But at the end of the day, we have to think about the priority. Because based on what our priorities are, is that we're going to perform on our day to day. If you don't even know what your priorities are, well, I'm sorry, let me tell you that it's going to be hard. Because if you're not focusing your energy the right way, and they know that now with social media, with news from all over the world, there tends to be so much noise that it's so hard to focus on one thing and say, this is my one thing. I'm going to focus 100% of my energy on this one thing. But not a lot of people can or have the privilege of being able to do that. Most of us have to split our energy between many things. So, talking about running, I wish I had sponsors, right? Maybe one day. I wish I didn't have to have an office job to be able to pay the lifestyle of being able to do the things that I love doing now. But my focus has to be split in two right now. Just work and then the athlete that I'm trying to become. So I am divided, inevitably. Maybe one day I'm going to be able to focus 100% of my energy into one or the other. Who knows? But that's 50-50. Now imagine if you're focusing your energy on several things at the same time. Now it's harder, right? Because you're splitting your energy everywhere. And most of the things that we focus on are just noise. You have to ask yourself, when you're watching the news, when you're getting angry at what the TV host is saying, when you're getting angry at what people on social media are talking about, you have to say to yourself, can I do something about it? And most of the time, the answer to that is going to be no. There's nothing that you can do, at least in the short term. Like right now, can I do something right now? In most cases, the most you can do is get angry, or maybe just, I don't know, post a comment, right? That adds even more hate into the whole conversation. But if the answer is yes, which I doubt for these type of things, and the answer is yes, and you're like, I can do something right now that will make this better, that will change it, that will probably increase the probability that the outcome of what's happening right now might change based on what I do right now. Okay, then you ask yourself, so am I going to do something about it? Once again, probably the answer is going to be no. What am I trying to say with all this? If you want to move forward efficiently, if you want to move forward in a way that you're going to be able to do it consistently for a long amount of time, then you have to be able to manage your energy in an efficient way as well. And the only way, probably one of the only ways of being able to do that, it's by focusing on just 1, 2, maybe at the most 3 goals at the same time. Because we just have that much processing power. And you're going to need a lot of energy to be able to be disciplined, to be able to consistent, to be able to create a new habit. And in some cases, being able to eventually lead to a new identity. Because we all want to be better. I believe that life, at the end of the day, is about being better. A lot of people, I'm Christian, obviously. A lot of my friends ask me, what do I think is the purpose of life? And what did I used to think the purpose of life was before I built a relationship with God? And if it changed. And oh yes, it did. It did. From the moment that I met God, from the moment that I started building a relationship with God, I was able to learn that the purpose of this whole thing that we call life is just being able to get closer and closer and closer to the best version of ourselves, of the person that we can be. I don't think that we can ever be as good or as righteous as Jesus was. Because we're just born with that gene that just leads us into being so available and so prompt to sin. So that's a fight that we have to fight every single day. It doesn't necessarily get easier. We're all tempted by something. For some, is lust. For some, it's gonna be lying. For some, it's gonna get worse. For some stuff, we are all tempted by something, but it's a definite truth of life that we're all tempted by sin, right? Because the enemy, just as God, exists as well. And then you have that spiritual battle that is happening within you. That battle is happening 24/7. 24/7. And the only thing that allows us to get closer to the best version of ourselves is creating better habits. Because by creating better habits, eventually we might be able to produce a change in our identity. And by producing a change in our identity, we're going to become better. So it doesn't happen from one day to another. It takes time and it takes a lot of effort. And that's what I'm saying, that you need to find that one, maybe two, or at the max 3 things that you want to focus your 100% of energy to. Once you do that, you might be able to start modifying some habits, maybe getting rid of the bad ones that you know you should have getting rid of a long time ago, and maybe start building one that you know you should have started building a long time ago, because something has to replace the old 100%. So it went a little bit longer than I expected, but I wanted to tell you guys that, because why not? We're starting a new journey now. Don't worry, I have a nice video about the 10K. I just have to edit it out. I haven't had the time. But it's coming soon, because there's going to be a couple holidays in the next few days. Almost Happy New Year's. So there's going to be that. And of course, tomorrow we're going to start training for the half marathon in April in New York. I believe it's on the 26th. So we have 18 weeks, 17, 18 weeks. That should be enough to finish it strong, right? Yeah, let's go. All right, guys.